So hey everyone, hope you guys are fine and learning good. So now in this tutorial, what we are going to see is all about this simple cool effect in which we are going to use a bit of tracking and obviously the keys. Then let's have a look. Now, what we have done, actually I had created a simple Doctor Strange spell on a simple footage, and also I used a tracking to keep this spell aligned with the footage motion. So to create that, let's start from the beginning. So from, let's take a new composition first. So I'm using a simple 1080 by 1080 composition to create my spell. Okay, that's now. And let me just activate this title action save frame. After activating this, you will find this image for use in the example file option. Okay, then simply drag this over here for the reference and just align it like this. So we just align it in the center. I think that's perfect. And now let's lock it. To create this, we need some of the shapes over here. Like first I need the circles to create this, and these effects. So for that, simple just click over here and then deactivate the fill option, as I need strokes only. That's why I will just click on stroke and activate this. Now simple click over here, press Ctrl Alt and Shift to align it center, and then create a simple circle. And now I will just simple align it over here, and let me just activate the snapping like this. I need to align this in center. Now I will increase its stroke width around 9. It's fine. No, let's keep it to 5. That's fine. And I will simply duplicate this. So for duplicating this, we will use Ctrl plus D and then S for scaling it. And I will just simply scale it. Or you can do one more thing, is just click over here and in content, go in Eclipse, and in Eclipse path, we will increase its size like this. Just select this eclipse and press Ctrl D, then it will duplicate the eclipse in the same layer. Now just go in the second path and increase its size also. But this time I will decrease its width around 3. And also I will duplicate this also and decrease its size also a bit. Then Ctrl D and increase its also size like this. Also it has a double circle over here and here also. Let's duplicate this and decrease it to around 2. So we have this option over here. Now we will create some square shapes also, and also this intersected shapes. To create this intersecting shape, what we have to do is just go over here and take a star tool, and after that simply create it on another layer like this. And then in Eclipse option, in the content option, you will find polystar path, and I will increase its point to around 8 like this, and I will use inner radius and outer radius like this. Okay, let me isolate this layer by using this dot over here. Solo that means a solo option. If you click over here, you will see only this layer. and then I will duplicate this polystar path also. Then I will press Ctrl plus D to duplicate it, and then I'll simply go over polystar 1 and then Ctrl D. Then we have polystar path 2. Now I will change its inner radius also, outer radius, like this. And now at the top you will find add option over here. Use merge path and you will see it's working now. And in merge path option we will change its mode to intersect, so we will get this: subtract, merge, and intersection. And now with the points and inner radius option we can change it this also, and I will create it. Okay, perfect. Let's increase its outer radius a bit, like this. So we have the inner part, and we will increase its width around 5. That's fine. And also we will in control just duplicate this ellipse, and then increase its size also, like this. Now hide this image, as we need another square shape. So just go in the rectangle tool, click on the center, press Ctrl Alt and Shift, and you will get the square. And then Ctrl D the layer and rotate it around 45°, and here we have the shape. Now I will just increase this shape also, like this, and 3 will be fine. Now Ctrl D, decrease its shape. Over here, Ctrl D, rotate, center, Ctrl D, scale. Means what you have to do is you have to create your own style of design over here with the help of these options, as I created this thing with the help of the shape tools and also with the help of the add effect. And now after creating that, we need to add some text over here. For that, what you have to do is use this text option and write something over here, and just type something. And for the font, I'm using Zilap Oriental. You will get the font also. And then after creating the font, what you have to do is you have to create a ellipse. Select the layer, text layers, and then create a shape. Once you create a shape, while selecting the text layer, it works as a mask. Means it is clipping the whole area in a particular shape. So we don't need that mask, so that's why we will just keep it none. And in text option, what we have to do, go in the path option and select the mask. You will see the text is overlapped on the path, but its anchor point is over here, so we have to fix it also. So then we will put it here, and in reverse path option I will on it, then you will see it's oriented so nicely over here. And now I will just select this with the text tool and fill this, like this. And now I will increase its text size a bit, like this. And also I have to remove some of the words. It's perfect. Once I created this, I have to do it for the outer ring, for the middle ring, and for the inner ring also. Then we have to go with the same thing, just simply Control D, press S for scale, and scale it down for this, like this. And then also I need another text also, so I will just Control D, scale, keep it over here. But this time I will select the whole thing and reduce its text size and change it to alien lines, like this. And I will copy this and now increase its size also. So now what we have is this, and with the help of this option I will scale it down, Control D, S, and make it duplicate over here, Control D, S, over here, and we have the spell now. Also just add one more in the center, like this. So after creating this spell effect, what we have to do is we have to animate them. For that I will simply select all of the shapes excluding the circles. So let's find, just hide the circles and then select the whole layers and press R. After that you will get rotation active over here, and with a single click, as my whole layers were selected, it key the whole layers. And at the end, like I need this to be done in 10 for like around 15 seconds. Let's crop the timeline with the help of N, and now animate the layers. As for this, I will just simple move it. Give your own speed with the different type of values. Like I need this to be slow, this to be fast, also this need to be going fast, fast. Let's unhide these, and now let's have a look. What we have is we have this working spell now, and after that we need it to make it something like, as you see in this part, you see something, some of the portion were hidden and some were revealed. To create that thing, we will have to understand one thing. In After Effects there is an option called track matte, but before that we need to group them up. And in After Effects, grouping means pre-composition. Okay, for that you have to select the layers, hit right click, and over here you will find pre-compose. And now we will name it spell underscore A. And now I need a solid to hide and reveal this thing. Means simply I need a noise and use that noise as a track matte. For that I need a solid layer. Then for that I will just simply right click in new, and I need a solid. Basically solid is a layer where we use it as a color matte, and also we use it to put effects. Now I will just keep it solid white and okay. And now over here you will find effects and presets, and over here just search for fractal noise. Just drop it like this and you have the noise. Now what you have to do is you have to highlight the white and the blacks. For that I will use brightness and contrast. Then raise the brightness and raise the contrast also. And to give it a motion, as you see, I'm moving my time slider, but it's not moving. For that, I need to animate this evolution. So at the starting point, we'll just key it, and at the end point, just animate it like this. Now let's have a look. It's working fine. Now let's scale it a bit. Then you will find a transform option over here and scale it. And now just hide this, as you need to know one more thing in After Effects, that with the help of this switch, you will change it to track matte to layer effects. Now I use track matte, and over here you will see none, and over here we need to change it to Luma matte, and then click it, and you see your spell is working now. We will not add any color over here, as we need it to put on the live action footage, and then we will change it. So here we have the effect. Now also I can do one more thing, is I will scale it a bit like this. Now let's play it. Now in the project we'll find there's a footage. So I just created a new comp. So for that, just click over here and created a new comp and drag this footage over here. I will just simply scale it down like this. Now just crop it for 10 seconds only. So as you see, there's a movement in the footage. So if we put our spell over here, then it will not work properly. So for that, we need to track it. How are we going to track it? For that, we will see a tracker option over here. If you don't see that, just go in the window and just check this. And after that, in tracker, just use this track motion. Then you will find this track point and just simply click it and place it on a black point like this. And now with this option, you will track it. Now, once my tracking is done, I need something to extract this tracking data. So for that, I will use a null object. Then simply press right click, new, and null object. After that, over here, you'll find an option called edit target. Over here, select the null object, OK, and apply. Once you will see my null object is moving on with that footage or that point. Now it's time to put our spell comp as we had created over here. So let me just change its name. So for that, just right click over here in composition setting, just change it to spell final. As you can see in project window, there is a spell final over here. And now just simply click and drag it like a layer. Then we have the both thing, our footage and the spell. Now simply just fit it with your comp like this. And now just simply use the parent-child relation and link it with the null object. As you see, it start moving with the footage. And now to give it color, what we are going to use is we need some effects. Like first is tint. Just drag on the layer and change its color, whatever you want to use. And to give it more natural look, I will use one more effect, which is glow. Simply drag over here. And now I will just change its threshold like this. I will just duplicate this glow also at that point. Much better now. So we have the effect now. And now I need to add some of the sparks. So I already had imported the dust footage. Just simply drag over here and align with the comp from where you need to arrive the spell. Then at 2 seconds, I need this to be work. Then I will just simply place the thing over here. But if you see this, the video is totally black, having a black background. So to erase that black background or to cut that background, what you have to do is just then go in this blend mode and select lighting. Then you will now able to see the particles only. And now at this point, let's scale it a bit up. And position it and to keep it like this. And now I need the spell also to be scaled. Then at this point, I want this to be scaled, and I will just put it a scaler key over here. And at this point, I will just reduce it like this. Also, I need to add a opacity key. For that, just simply press T and key it. Also, I need to speed this a bit. So for that, just simply right click and time stretch, just reduce this factor to around 80. It's a bit fast now. I think I need to change this a bit. I'll just go over here, change it like this. So here's the final result. Also, you need to tweak a bit colors. So just play with it. But for that, the main part was the tracking and the creating that spell. So you will get the file. So make sure you study it first and also go through the tutorial step by step. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.